All right, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Good morning. Today is a beautiful Sunday morning and I'm on my way to get a haircut, but it's so cold right now. As you can see, I'm wearing gloves, but I wanted to talk about going across the street. I wanted to talk about why Japan is suitable for me, and I also wanted to talk about my future plans, if I have any, like getting married or having kids. This is brought up by two of the viewers. One viewer was saying maybe I can make a video about why this place is good for me, and then another viewer was asking about what my future plans, or making a video about my future plans. One was the monkey and the other one was Mark. So thank you for giving me those suggestions. By the way, I've made this video already, but I felt like it was really not really, but it might come off as offensive, so I just scrapped it. This was like 2 weeks ago, so I made this video already, but I didn't like maybe the things I said, and maybe it might come off wrong, so I forgot what I said though. I'm sorry if it's a little bit windy and you might hear some wind noises, but yeah. And you know what, after when I first made the video, hold on, I have to straighten out this camera. When I first made the video, I was talking about all the things that are all the reasons why Japan is a good place for me. But then I've been thinking this week, is it a good place for me? I mean, I have yet to find out, but I have been here for 5 years, and everything it feels really new to me. And I think you'll hear from other people that live in Japan or live in Asia, like you get your honeymoon stages where everything is like brand new, everything is exciting and interesting. I'm trying to find a new way to get there. Try this way. So everything is like brand new and exciting, and then after a while you kind of get sick of things and you get tired of it, and you get kind of burnt out. But I haven't yet to feel that feeling. The only feeling I do get is I feel a little bit bored, only because can I go through here? Yeah, I'm lost. I feel a little bit bored only because I've moved to the suburbs now, so it's kind of pros and cons. I moved. Oh, look at this house. It kind of reminds me of like an American townhouse. But I used to live in the city and it was just way too noisy. So I moved to the suburbs and it's nice and quiet. You see how peaceful it is, but sometimes it gets a little boring because it's so. Look at this awesome old school 750cc bike. I would love to ride one of these things. That's nice. It's like 90s. Yeah, so that's the only thing. And the thing is too, like I feel stuck here right now because we can't leave the country. So so when I get the feeling of being burnt out, I tend to like maybe travel somewhere, like somewhere close or even far, and then I come back and I feel fresh and I feel like everything's new again. But since with everything going on, I've been feeling a little stuck here. I can't get out, I can't go anywhere. I can just move around Japan, but you don't want to because things are not getting better here, especially because it's a lot colder now. But here's some reasons why it is suitable for me, because I've mentioned a little bit of this in past videos. And I mean, look at this shrine, just like in my neighborhood. Is that cool? Can I go through it? Probably can't go through it, but just like they have all these random shrines in these neighborhoods. It's crazy, and they're like nice ones too. There's like a random shrine here. Oh, you can't go through. It's pretty cool. Anyways, so I've mentioned this before in a past video, but being like a middle class citizen in Japan, you can live a pretty decent life. Even if you work, I think, at the convenience store in Japan, you can get yourself like a $400, you know, it's gonna be small, $400 studio apartment, but you know, you can live here, and then you also can get like insurance, health insurance, and depending on how much you make, is how much you're going to pay for your health insurance. So you're pretty much covered for health, and then you have to also pay for a pension. So you can technically, I wouldn't say be poor, but you can be even like, you can even get by. Am I stuck here? Oh man, I think I'm stuck here. All right, I better go this way. But yeah, you can pretty much be, I mean, I wouldn't know, but I mean, if you're like, you know, not making that much money, you can still like live decently. Where you know, where in America, you know, if you're not making a certain amount of money, you know, it's going to be very hard to live a good life, I want to say. Oh no, I'm lost now. I guess I can't really go anywhere. Look at this house. Oh my gosh, this is a nice house. And speaking of houses, like, you can buy a house in Japan. Like, something like this is probably a little bit more expensive, but you can buy a house for, oh, I guess this is like a cul-de-sac. Where did that, these people are probably, I mean, these people could be even like middle class citizens. I mean, you can buy a house for like 100,000 US dollars, and granted that you're not going to get your money back, because the price of housing, it's not like an investment in some places in the world like America, and sometimes just it's not even an investment, but you can buy a house here for as little as 100,000, and then the interest rate from the bank is not even that much. It's almost even like at a negative. I think it just went up. Housing prices went up like 2%. I think it used to be like, I think it was 2%, and now it's up to 4%. So that's how much interest you have to pay the banks back. So if you're like a middle class citizen, let's say you're making like I don't know, like in Japan, let's say you're making like 40 to 50 a year, you can pretty much buy a house. If you're a Japanese citizen, it's easy for you to like get a bank loan and get a house. And the thing is, like, you're not gonna make money, again, you're not gonna make money from the house, but you pretty much buy the house and you just live in it. Okay, where am I? Pretty much, you pretty much live in that house until you get old. And can I go through? And you die, I guess. But even for foreigners, you know, I pay a pension, and in the end, well, I don't know about the Japan's economy right now, but in the end, if I do decide to retire here, I can get that pension when I'm like, you know, I think 65. I think they pushed it back to like 70. No, I think it's like 65. I think it used to be like 60. I might be wrong, but I know it's 60 or 65. So you see a lot of like foreigners here 10, 20 years. I mean, there's a new guy that started at my job who was a part-timer, and he's been here for like 20 years, and he says he loves it. He's married to a Japanese lady, and you know, I mean, he was talking about retiring somewhere else, and that's something what I would like to do. But even continue talking about this topic, yeah, I feel like living here is fairly easy for me, or if you're a foreigner. And I feel the government, oh god, I'm on the main street. I feel like, oh, this lady behind me is really cruising. I feel like the government really looks out for the people, you know. They really think ahead about the future. And you know, I mean, obviously there is greed, and I'm sure there's corruption somewhere, but for the most part, the government really tries to look really look for to helping to the future and helping the people out. And they really work for the people, where I think in US government, I feel like everyone's like taking money for themselves. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think I was watching this interview with like a Japanese airline. This was like years ago, from a documentary. And they were telling the Japanese CEO of this airline company how much CEOs make in America, the airline CEOs, and they laughed. And this was during the time when I forgot which airline it was, but the CEO or the people were like taking money, I think, something like that. Something happened. There was some sort of scam coming, not scam, but something was happening. And then I forgot which Japanese airline it was, but you know, they think of it as like a whole. It's like they're like a unit. Anyways, I don't want to rant on, but yeah, I think it's not bad. Granted that I don't make that much money, but as far as like living standards, it's not that bad. People think that Japan is so expensive to live, and it is. But if you live frugally, you can do pretty well. They have a lot of cool cars at this dealership. Not right now. Oh, they got a Bentley. That's a Bentley and some Mercedes. My future plans, I'm not sure about my future plans, actually. Me and my girlfriend are kind of on the same page about getting married. We're not in a rush to get married. You know, we've been together for, I want to say like 5 or 6 years. And you know, whether we get married or not, I don't think changes anything. That's that. But also having kids, I think we're on the same page as well, where you know, me and my girlfriend, we're both like only children, so you know, we kind of like to have our own time. And you know, having a kid is a lot of responsibilities, especially because I teach kids, and I know, let's just oh, I was gonna go around this parking lot, but you know, having kids is a huge responsibility. And I know firsthand that there are a lot of parents in Japan too, and around the world, that kind of just have kids, either like, especially in Japan, you kind of have kids because that's what people do. You just get married and have kids. And you know, I don't think that's a good reason to have kids, just because your parents want you to have kids. So a lot of kids get really neglected in Japan, especially because the dads work so much. And I remember when I used to work at an international kindergarten, and a lot of the dads were like salarymen or doctors. They had barely no time, and a lot of times in Japan, you have to work in different locations. So a lot of the kids that I had, their dads were in Tokyo, and the moms were just taking care of the kids. They didn't even have a job. The dads were making pretty good money, and they worked in Tokyo, and they had it in like, sometimes they have like an apartment, like a separate apartment that the company provides, and or sometimes they'll like move you around. And so I think me being Asian, and you know, I'm fairly at like a, oh shoot, sorry about that noise, I want to check this out. Me being Asian, and you know, I'm like probably closer to their dad's age. I feel like you know, I get along with a lot of the kids really well, especially the boys, because you know, I'm not, you know, I'm very young at heart, and I play around a lot. So oh, that's it. So yeah, I think the kids tend to like me, and plus I'm Asian, so you know, I'm more familiar to them. So yeah, so I don't know, I think, yeah, having kids is like, you know, you pretty much have to sacrifice. I feel like my bike is broken. You pretty much have to sacrifice your whole life, basically. And I don't know if me and my girlfriend are ready for that. My girlfriend's parents still live in China, so it would be nice if we did ever decide to have kids, or just a kid, that we would probably want to be closer to her parents. But you know, for me, I'm not even thinking that far. I just can't even imagine having my own kid. Not to mention that I don't make that much money, so that's another thing. Being responsible for having a child, and also having enough money to provide for a child, those are the two things that keep me from having a kid. So so for now, I'm not really thinking that far. I'm just kind of focusing on YouTube, having fun on YouTube, and just taking my time, and you know, hopefully something comes out of this YouTube thing. And you know, I enjoy traveling, I enjoy making these videos, and that's what I'm gonna do for now. So yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm at my barber, so yeah, I'm also always thinking too, what I would really love to do is, if I can make like $1,000 from YouTube a month, I would probably just move somewhere else. You know, either like, me and my girlfriend always talk about moving to Thailand. We don't like the cold weather. Even though right now it's cold, it's not that cold. Like, it's never like really cold. Like when I lived in Shanghai, it was so cold. And Chicago, where I'm from, is so cold. But here it never snows. You know, I can wear a hoodie pretty much in the winter, and it never gets like you know, that bad. The problem is that the houses are super thin, and you know, there's no central heating, so houses are always really everywhere indoors is really cold pretty much, whether you're maybe at your school or your home. I think I was hearing that some elementary schools don't even have heating and air conditioning, and I was like, that's crazy, because they're so old, the schools. But if I can like make like $1,000 a month, I would love to still keep teaching. So some of the options would be like to stay in Japan and just keep traveling from Japan, and keeping Japan my home base. But another plan that I would love to do is just, if I can have like if I can make $1,000 a month, and just move to like Thailand, teach English on the side, and keep making Thailand or even the Philippines as a home base. And that would be like an ideal dream of mine. But the thing is, like, I love living in Japan. Everything is very familiar to me, and that's another reason why it's suitable for me too. When I lived in China, everything felt really living in China is like living on a different planet. It's just so different from here. But Japan is very familiar to like America. Everything is very like Americanized. So like even like the streets and how things are placed, everything is kind of like, it's very familiar for me. So, and then also too, like shopping and stuff like that, like I can get things very easy. We got Amazon. If I want like nice shoes, I can go to like the, you know, the places like Nike and stuff, and get similar products like they do in America. When I lived in China, everything was so expensive. Everything was like double, triple taxed. So like even getting an iPhone, you're gonna pay so much more money. And yeah, but the thing was, there's a lot of cheaper stuff there that you probably don't even want to have. So, you know, I know if I go to Thailand, you know, I'm gonna miss those luxuries, but at the same time, things are so cheap, like food and even housing, and the cost of living is so cheap that you know, it might be worth it, and the weather. So, you know, who knows where I'll be in 4 years from now. But the plan for now is to just stay in Japan and just do what I've been doing. And if something happens with YouTube, then I'll decide a different plan and you know, go somewhere else. But you know, I'm always open to going somewhere else, but it's just difficult moving from country to country. You just have to start all over again. So, you know, sometimes it's difficult, but it's also exciting at the same time. But for now, I like living in Japan. But if you have any questions or anything like that, please leave a comment. I'm opening up a Patreon account, or I did open up a Patreon account. There's not many things on there right now, but I'm trying to focus more things on there and to build a community over there as well. So I'm going to try to make separate videos and put it on there, and just put up random things and behind the scenes footage or pictures on Patreon. Look at that Hummer. It's an H2. Oh, it's coming around. Look at this thing. This thing is probably so expensive to have. Even just the gas. Look at this thing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching these videos. I know some of you guys really like these bicycle vlogs. I might make some separate bicycle vlogs for the Patreon. I'm not sure yet. I just put it up for now. Thank you for watching these videos, and you know, have a good day, and see you later. Goodbye.